Hello there, everyone, and how are you guys today? Well, we would just like to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. Now,
Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? Well, I hope everything with you is copacetic. I hope you had a wonderful weekend as you get ready to go back to work on tomorrow, Monday. So anyway, there has been a lot in the news. Oh my God, it's always something. It's always something. Liam Payne. Oh, I don't know what to make of that. I don't know. I don't. I know that he passed a couple of days. I understand that he took his life. Well, honestly, I already knew when I heard it. I already knew. I would like to know why. They're saying that there was a thing where he was talking to someone, and it's about Diddy. I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why he did it. And I'm trying to channel him right now to really just see, Liam, why? Why did you do that? I just hear I had problems. Money problems? Money problems? Problems. Problems that, I wouldn't understand. He was on drugs. He was angry. Problems. I don't know. I wonder, was it a side effect from the drug? Because I don't know because I don't do drugs, but I'm thinking sometimes maybe when you do drugs, it could have a side effect. Like maybe it could have a side effect where if you do so much of it, it could drive you insane. All I know is when I pick up from him, he was raging. He was actually, this is what I picked up. He was raging. And what I also pick up is when you're raging, that means there's a lot of thoughts in your head. So there was a lot of thoughts going on in his head. And I truly believe that there was a girl there, not the two that was there. I think he had a girlfriend. Anyway, I really feel as though that he needed her. I feel this strongly. And I don't know why she left. I think she just wanted to go home. I don't know what was going on and why, but I'm getting the feeling that he had to stay there for a while, but she wanted to come back to the States. I don't even know if he lived in the States or did he live in England or wherever he is, but I know he's across the pond, the ocean. I know it's not here. So I want to know what I'm picking up from him strongly is he was angry that she left. And I get the feeling that they were bickering and they weren't happy with each other. They had just been around each other too long, and he didn't want her to leave. I feel that strongly. And so when she did leave, I think he just was angry. And I feel that when he got those drugs and he started taking the drugs, I truly believe it was drug allegedly. And I feel as though they start the voices. And I really think they taunted him. And I think the voices in his head. And I think that it seemed like he was a person that was trying to get help. He knew he had a problem. He really wanted to stop because the voices would make him incense. The voices. And I'm wondering, because sometimes those voices could be very violent. In other words, and especially when they don't be quiet. I'm talking about the voices that you hear in your head, that they don't be quiet. Some people just have that gift to just hear. And I'm wondering, he was talented. and he's in the arts, and artsy people usually can have gifts. So I'm wondering what kind of voices, because I know that he wanted them to stop. And sometimes when you're like that and you're out of your mind, they even have voices to make you feel that you're strong, that you're powerful, that you could do anything, that you could fly, literally. And I'm thinking that it was the voices. I think it was all the negativity, all the insecurity. I think it was the anger of his girlfriend leaving. I think it was all of that. I really do. And the voices. And I think he just did too much. And I think he just got loud, and he's young because he was 31 years old. So he's young and he's loud. And I think that to drown out the thoughts, I think he plummeted. I do. That's what I get from him. I get that so strongly. Like I say, everything is allegedly, because I want to blame it on someone. I can't. The only thing, and I'm starting to say, they may find something if they do. This is my thing. If it's anything, it was the drugs. He was having a hallucination side effect from the drugs. He was. And the drugs were talking. I mean, in his mind. I truly believe that. Hold on. I get blank. I just get blank, just trying to drown out your girlfriend, or not wanting her to leave, or just trying to drown out one thing, and he turned on to another thing. And he was just being reckless because he was angry. I feel that so strongly. And if they go and they do it, they're going to find that he was doing drugs. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But they're going to find that he was doing drugs in his system. And I would like to know, what kind of drug was it? I would like to know, what kind of drug was it? And did it leave? And does it? And what kind of side effects does it leave? You look beautiful.
Oh,
and
thank you.
I sounded like I was mad. You look beautiful. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Hi, gorgeous. I was holding down the fort. Did you hear me over here fussing?
Yes, I sure did.
Oh, was I too bad?
No, you wasn't too bad.
Okay. So I was talking about Liam Payne.
Yes, such a sad story.
It is such a sad story, but I read on him, and I think he was angry that his girlfriend left. I don't think he wanted her to leave. This is what I'm getting at. They probably had a few words, a few choices where he started feeling down on himself, feeling sorry for himself. She wasn't there. He'd kick it up with some people. He'd get high. I don't know what they were doing, but I just feel as though he was reckless and raging. And the voices, that's voices that get you to do that. You can't, anytime you're angry, don't you hear voices? Aren't you talking?
Yeah.
When you're angry, aren't you talking?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the voices, and I think that he couldn't drown them out. Mm-hmm. And I think he just plummeted. That's what I get. I'm going to stick with that unless somebody tell me otherwise. I try to go in another direction because of the rage.
Yeah.
It was a rage where you can rage out, where I don't care. You crash out. You could rage till you crash out where you don't care. That being down flat on that cold concrete is better than dealing with what's going on in your mind, and dealing with the aftermath of what you already doing.
Yeah.
So it's sad, and that's my reading on him. But I'm going to pull a couple of cards.
Okay.
I see the Chariot. I see that there was some things that was going on in his past, something in his past that he was dealing with. Whatever that was, he took it with him. He's not sharing it with me. Also, again, I see he had his guard up. I see he was very strong. He was growing. He was growing, but I think that he had a sharp weapon. I think that what is that word I'm using? I think that mentally, I think he was crashing out mentally, and I think that And I think that he was losing the victory with his addiction. And it seems to me, I know nothing about him. I just think that he's been on drugs for a while. And I don't think this is his first rodeo with him. I don't. I don't. And I think that I think everything in his life became a burden. I see a burden. I see also Swartz. I also see that he was getting help because I could see a victory leap. So he was getting help for it. He really was. That I don't know. I don't know. But from the cards, he was getting help. Because I see a victory leap or wanting to get help. Anyway, he was in that direction to get help. He knew he was in trouble. You know, so because it was something, it's something in his past. It could have been when he was with a kid. It could be with Diddy. I don't know what it is, because whatever that is, it died with him. And whatever it was, and whatever he was carrying a burden. It was a burden. And a lot of times what I'm noticing about these deletions in Hollywood, I'm realizing there's so many of them now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so many that I'm starting to think that it's mental.
Yes.
I think that it's mental where they crash out, that they can't take it. What do you think, baby Crone?
Yes. I was looking it up. Liam Payne is a Virgo, or was a Virgo. And also he had.
Where is he from?
Let me see. He died at the age of 31.
That's sad.
It is. Which honestly, just hearing you talk about the burdens and hearing whatever he was carrying with him, I'm realizing that in terms of astrology, when you have your Saturn return, because Saturn enters a zodiac sign and stays in there for 2.5 years. So anywhere from 27 to 30, you're dealing with your Saturn return. And he died just shortly after that. So whatever his Saturn return was, I will just say it was burdensome. It was definitely mental and heavy, and it weighed down on him that he wasn't able to come out on the brighter side.
He couldn't see it.
Return.
Yep. And another thing, baby Crone, if I'm wrong, shut me down.
Okay, he was born in the United Kingdom.
I know he's not from here. Shut me down if I'm wrong. One thing about Saturn, it comes around every 28 years. Am I right?
27.
Every 27 years. So it comes around, I like to say it as Big Papa. To see, have you learned? From the time you 8 years old, 28, like from the time you born,
yes,
to 28 years old, then it gives you years. It gives you another 28 years. So if you live long enough, you'll have at least three returns. So he's slow approaching. So if you haven't gotten yourself together by then, that means you're stuck there for another 27 years.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So if you didn't do anything to get out of it, like I said, especially for young people, because that's a very high number, they said, for people deleting themselves in that age group. That we see it.
Yes,
That's a very high number because you're vulnerable. And like I said, even though you have to learn how to deal with your body. You have to learn how to deal with your own tics, your own insecurities. You have to learn it. And a lot of times we are not taught to learn it. We are taught to look to a God outside of us instead of looking within us and fix those tics or those voices or have classes or learn how to calm the savage beast inside, how to get off of drugs, or we don't know how to deal. People drink and do these things because they're running from the noise within themselves. They're running from their own darkness. They're the shadow running from themselves. What do you think, baby Crone?
Yes. I was also...
Does that make sense?
Yes, that does make sense. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Also, his moon sign was... I was wondering if I could find it. Find out what his moon sign is. And they say that the day that he was born, the moon sign was apparently Aquarius, which is almost close to a full moon, which also talks about how powerful the moon was in him. And I overheard you talking about how he is spiritual in the sense, and that will go along with Pisces, which is the neighbor to Aquarius. So therefore, you can see a little bit of that intuition side of him.
But I also see that day when he passed, he was in a childlike mode, like a child in a raging mode. And it shows up again. I think it was some kind of money issue or some kind of earthly matter that dealt with money. It showed up. It said it at the beginning, but I was like, he don't have no money problem because he's rich. You don't think their money problem wouldn't be my money problem, okay? Just like my money problem wouldn't be somebody else's money problem, So, but here, I'm not saying this is somebody that is doing drugs or so reckless, right? I don't know, but to me, it just seemed like at this point, a little kid with a lot of responsibility that he didn't want, like he didn't want, and he was reckless. And I see it here, especially in his head, as I said, with the swords, you see very emotional, like a kid. So when his girlfriend left, or his wife, I don't know if I don't think they were married, because she was with him, right? Or you don't know. I'm a lot of stuff. I believe, I don't know if she was with them or not. I'm getting the sense. Can you see anything about it? I'm getting the sense he had a girlfriend, and I'm getting the sense he left because they said that the girlfriend is distraught. They did. I don't remember, but they said that he was left with 2 girls in that room. They were just partying hard. They were partying, and you don't know what those girls did.
Nope. She had traveled to Argentina with him,
so she was
left before his death.
Right. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. She left him, and you wasn't here when I did it. She left, so I was right. Mm-hmm. She left him, and he was angry about it. He didn't want her to leave. I don't know if anybody will say that, but I'm telling you what I'm picking strong. He didn't want her to go, but she was ready. I think they just burnt each other out. They were bickering because I see 2 kids. I see a burden. I think he probably wanted to leave or something, but for whatever reason, he couldn't. For whatever reason, I don't know, he couldn't leave. I feel like he was stuck and he couldn't leave. I don't know why, and I feel as though she just wanted to go. She's from the States.
Let me see.
I don't know if she's from the States because she could have just left and went to her own country. I don't know. You could tell me.
Yeah. What was that?
When I say, I just think everybody is living in the United States.
I know, right?
But if she could have left, but wherever, I think she went to her homeland, wherever that is, be it the States or be it Montreal somewhere, Canada. I don't know. Did you find anything? So as Baby Crone looked at...
She was born in California.
Okay, so she was. So I was right. Mm-hmm. Again, see? So she came to the States, and what I'm really getting about this, he didn't want her to leave, but she wanted to go. I think I'm getting, she had to leave for her mental. You know how sometimes you're just around somebody, start burn each other out? I think that's what it was. And right now, what I'm picking up from this woman is regret. Like, I should have never left him. But if there was anything that I could say, you couldn't have saved him. He was too far gone. You couldn't have saved him. You could have postponed it.
That's true.
You could have put it off. But the sound, the noise, he got lost. It was too late. He did not make his Saturn return. He got caught up in the business he's in. Mm-hmm. He's in, and I have to say it, the most wickedest business is the business of entertainment, of acting and singing.
Yes.
It is the most wickedest thing, and we don't know what he had to give up. We don't know what he had to do. Maybe they told him they wanted him to get nude. If you want this, maybe you have to do that. You don't know. We don't know anything. But whatever they are, that's the same thing I said about Trick. What his name? The black guy that died last year.
Oh,
Trick. His name wasn't Trick.
No, but wow. Okay,
I can't think of his name. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I vaguely.
He could dance, and he was on Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh,
his name not Trick. It's not.
No, it's DJ not something.
No, I just thought they called
DJ Booth.
No, that was Wendy Williams.
Oh, okay.
His name was. I keep calling that man Trick, but his name wasn't Trick. Pull it up and see. I want to know.
On Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, he was Ellen DeGeneres, and he just committed that he deleted himself. But my point is, a lot of times these people, they delete themselves, and for whatever reason, they take those secrets with them. But this, for me, it was the drowning out the voices. Yeah, it was the drowning out the voices.
Stephen Twitch Boss.
Twitch. What was I calling?
Trick.
I knew it was something. Twitch. I knew it. Yeah. So, and I know you was out there trying to help me. Thank you.
Yes,
thank you. I know you were saying Twitch. I know. But anyway, so yes, that's what I see in this reading. And also, my heart goes out to her, but you know, sometimes you just want to, it have to be horrible. You leave and this monumental travesty happen, and you can't do anything about it. And she have to live with that for the rest of her life.
The last conversation they had was an argument.
I don't know if it was an argument.
But it just wasn't good terms.
It was probably, he just didn't, I don't want you to leave. Mm-hmm. He could have got an attitude. He could have left. I don't know. But if I don't want you to leave, I may not be there when you leave. I don't know their relationship, but I'm feeling strong and I'm standing on it. He did not want her to leave. I just felt like he was begging her to stay, but understanding, she felt like I have to go. Mm-hmm. What are two rich people when they rich? What do? They stay in a hotel. She probably want to come home. That's what I get. I don't think it was personal. I think she just needed a break from him, just a break to come home. I could be wrong, but I swear that's what I'm picking up. And for all of you who says, please don't swear, that's abominable, I apologize. But that's what I'm picking up from him. And I think to say it, and it was just meant to be that way. And if there was anything I could say to her, it was nothing you could do.
Yeah.
He wasn't, nobody could have saved him. Because if his life depended on you always being around, then what will become of you? You understand? Yeah. If you leave me and every time you leave, you worrying that I'm going to do something, then what kind of life you having?
Not one at all. One bounded by that person.
One bounded. So you did what you had to do. I honestly feel that she feels bad about that. I feel so because I know I would.
Yeah, I would too.
I know I would because she knew he didn't want her to leave. And she probably was shocked that he acted out the way he did. So for me, for the living, my heart goes out to her.
Yeah.
Because this have to be horrible. How is she? She blindsided. Blindsided. Just blindsided. She wish she can bring him back. She wish she could do it all over again. She wish she could do this. She just wish she can't. She's just a shadow of herself right now. She's in this. I wish I could have did this. I wish I could have did that. I feel like crying. That's how I feel. So she is distraught. Do they have any children or anything?
Let me see.
And the last, her world her world has been crumbled. Her world with him. Their life has been crumbled. Her finances, her world with him has been crumbled. I'm not saying she's a poor woman. I don't know nothing about her. But this card shows up again, and it shows me that her world has been crumbled. Everything have to start over for her now. Anew. Do they have a child together? I'm picking up a child.
Yeah, but I don't think it's with her. I think it was with his former relationship with somebody named Cheryl Cole.
How old is the child? I'm picking up a child, a young child. Like 3, 5?
I think 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, girl? Boy? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking up a child. So I don't know what they were fighting about, but this is it. So he left a seed in the earth.
Yes, he did.
He left a baby boy. To his family, to his family, just love on that baby boy.
Yes.
And that's all I got to say about that. So my heart is saddened, and prayers go up for his family, and prayers go up for his girlfriend, who is really having a rough time. If I coulda, I shoulda, I woulda. It wasn't meant to be. This is the way he chose to exit. And I'm sure it was not easy.
Mm-hmm.
He had gotten himself into an inebriated state off of whatever he was doing. And I truly believe alcohol. And I truly believe that rage, those voices just sent him out the window. I really do. Not out the window, but I just see a glass door. I don't know. I'm not there. I don't know. But I just see a glass door and just goofing off maybe, but just wanting to, tempting fate, and went over. And I don't know if the girls were there. I don't know. But if they were, I truly believe they ran. I truly believe that. That's all I got to say about that. So that's my reading on him. My heart aches, but that's all I got. All right, baby Crone. What you think about that?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Oh, sorry. I'm going to just cut you off. I am so sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. I was going to say it's just really sad to hear, especially because it just sounds like he's always seemed to struggle. And for that, I guess the only good thing to see out of this is that he's no longer suffering.
All I can say is addiction is horrible. Mental illness is awful. Depression is awful. I don't know these things, but I know what they do to people. And Hollywood is always showing us a glimpse of how wicked it is.
Oh, yeah.
And how you think they got everything, and the world clamors to be in their spot. And we just don't know the burden.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed that reading and my ESP that I'm practicing to see it. I mean, I always could do it, but just to be saying it now, and because I don't like to be wrong, but if I'm wrong, at least I'm learning. I'm learning. So thank you for joining us, and please sum us up. We could use it. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Yes. Please. And with that, we say thank you very much.
Yes.
Sunflowers.